Okay, hello, greetings and welcome everybody. This next video is in relation to hermetics and the process of releasing. Now, we've talked about the idea of Sung and Tai Chi and how you relax to soften the mental astral matrix, create mental space, let go of stress and anxiety physically, astrally, and mentally. Now we're going to look at this principle within the context of the Hermetic science and not so much Tai Chi. Now, in the Hermetic science, we're very focused on developing awareness, sensitivity skills. And hermetically speaking, you need to develop high level of sensitivity to access Akasha. So we would more emphasis on Akashic sensitivity first than, let's say, Tai Chi or Qigong. A Tai Chi practitioner, a Qigong practitioner, puts an equal emphasis on sensitivity training and energy development, how to build volume of energy. The Hermeticist is looking at how can I develop sensitivity by relaxing the stresses in the muscle, tune the fascia to life force, relax the stresses in the astral body to release time, to get access to the astral plane, and to relax the stresses in the mind to be able to develop the mental body. So it's all about this qualitative development. Hermetically speaking, we're only interested in developing enough fire element to raise the body temp a couple of degrees, because that's about how much energy is used for all the fire emotions. We want to do the same cooling effect with the water element, because that magnetism and using the water element for most of the water emotions is equal to that, never exceeds that. Your body's not going to rapidly cool beyond that when you're in this water state. The same is for air and earth. So you only want a small amount of air element, earth element, fire and water development to put the astral body into equanimity, to get to magical equilibrium, so it lets go of your mind enough so your mind can collapse on itself. By collapsing on itself, we're talking about the mind moving down to a particle level, so it gets sucked into Akasha, that it becomes smaller and smaller. Tai Chi call this sinking, where you sink inwards to become smaller and smaller and reach an empty state. So the basics of hermetics is put the elements in the four regions: fire, air, water, and earth region. The meeting point of the active elements above the solar plex and the passive elements below the solar plexus is the most quiet point in your body in which to perform this practice efficiently. Once you have that collapsing and sinking inwards feeling quality, you can put it into Tai Chi and sink to the root, or sink into the space of your hand as a person puts a force on your hand, or sink a disease during healing and collapse it in and on itself so it dissolves into the Akasha, and so forth. So you have all these potentials that come out of this exercise. So this quality of relaxation or Sung is about letting go of stress, reaching magical equilibrium through letting go. Now, this magical equilibrium, the reason we want to get there is that's the door for doing all the Akashic work. Anything you work with, you want to recognize it from its aspect of emptiness, form, relationship. When you go to the Akasha of a frequency, you invoke the frequency, the energy you're working with from Akasha. You invite it up through that sensitivity. And that's why Hermetics pays the highest attention to these different types of Sung, or relaxation of energy bodies, to go into equanimity, to reach Akasha, and work with different energies qualitatively before quantitatively. So the purpose of this video is, when you're framing your exercises and the intent of each exercise, there has to be an emphasis on reaching magical equilibrium. When you have that intent clear underlying each exercise, you can really appreciate the stillness that those exercises produce and really lock them into your psyche so that they're really a part of you. What that will do is it'll make all the preceding exercises easier to master, and the exercises coming after easier to open the door and take ownership of. So this stream, the speed of the stream is dependent on resistance. Equanimity removes resistance and awakens skills quickly. And this is why Hermetics takes this approach to training. Okay, thanks for your time, and I'll see everybody on the next video here on YouTube or on the Hermetics channel.